What's going on, everybody? This is Brian Offer here with Dragon Blogger, and today it's time for another one of my video game collection episodes, episode 2. And I know a lot of you guys are probably looking at that title up there and wondering, why the heck is it called Building Blocks? Why is he naming it that? Well, I have a very good reason for that, and I will get to that towards the end of our show. You'll be able to see that. I always try to save what I believe is some of the best games for last that I've picked up. So, without further ado, let's get right into this. I've got some really special games here. So first off, this is a game for the NES Nintendo Entertainment System. And the NES was actually the very first console I actually had as a kid. It's the very first console that actually got me into gaming. And my aunt was the one that got me right into gaming. And I remember playing games with my mom. I remember playing Super Mario Brothers or trying to beat each other's high score at Duck Hunt. And so this game was one of those games that my mom and I played together, and we had to pick. I remember picking this up as a kid, renting this as a kid, and especially because the TV show at the time was very popular. And I remember my mom, my grandma, and I watching this on TV, and we used to compete and try to figure out the puzzles first. The show that I'm talking about and the game I'm referring to is none other than Wheel of Fortune for the Nintendo Entertainment System here. And you guys can see that there. It's in great condition. I mean, it's got some wear and tear on it. The flap is a little broken. But other than that, it's in this box, and that's what matters to me. I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but I try to get games that are in their original case. Sometimes it's hard to do, but I try to make sure I find the ones, especially if you guys haven't figured out by now. A lot of the games I pick up because they have a little bit of meaning to me. They're special to me, and I always try to grab those games. So let's take a look at this. I'll open this up here for you guys. I'll let you guys see this here. So as you can tell, this is in its original sleeve. It doesn't have the Nintendo. I take that back. It doesn't have the Nintendo sleeve across it, which is okay. But it does come in the sleeve. This is the cart. You guys can see that there. It's in fantastic condition here. Let you guys take a look at that label. You can tell it doesn't have any wear and tear on it. The pins inside are clean as a whistle. And this is it. This is great. I've actually played this. I remember playing this and just it brought back so many memories. Like, wow, I remember playing this game with my mom. Also, the great part about this when I picked it up is it actually still had the original instruction book for it too. You guys can see that there. And it's in excellent condition front and back, no wear and tear on it. The pages are like new. I mean, you can see here, I'll kind of thumb through. You guys can kind of see how some of these pages are in great condition. So this is, whoever had this before took very good care of it. So that's Wheel of Fortune, and that's the first game. The next game is some Sega Genesis games. And I remember the first time I played Sega Genesis was at this store called Service Merchandise in Indianapolis, my hometown. That's where I'm from. And I remember playing this game, and I remember playing Sonic the Hedgehog, and I was hooked. The bright colors, and just how fast Sonic could go. It was something never seen before on a game, and I was hooked. And I ended up getting a Sega Genesis that Christmas. And there was one game in particular that I was very fond of growing up. I miss arcades. Arcades were something that I really loved back in the 90s. And there's one arcade game in particular that really caught my eye, and really one game I remember being very competitive at, and had made a lot of friends in the arcades. And it was none other than this game here on Sega Genesis, Mortal Kombat. And this game, I had so many hours put into this game. And I remember when it came out for the consoles, I was kind of disappointed because that meant that you wouldn't see very many kids, you wouldn't see your friends very much anymore at the arcades. But I remember picking this up. I had people coming over all the time, playing this, had 2 controllers, and we were good to go. This here actually does have its cart and the instruction manual, which is in tip-top condition. The cartridge here, as you can see, is in phenomenal shape. Looks great. You guys can see that there. And the pins are clean, so I don't have to worry about blowing into the cartridge. Remember those old days? And it's great. I remember this came, I think this version was the one that actually had blood in it, I do believe. But you had to put like a code. I think it was down, up, left, A, right, down, dullard was the code. And you put that in, and you actually got blood in the game instead of sweat. So there's the back of the box there. You guys can see that, and there it is. So I was so excited when I picked that up. This game, the only reason why I grabbed it was it was in the box, and I probably wouldn't have got this game if it wasn't in the box. And B, I'm just a fan of this superhero, and I'm referring to, I'm not a big fan of the movie, but I'm just a fan of Batman. So this is Batman Forever for the Sega Genesis, and you see the colorful cast of characters on the box there, and there's the back of the box. You guys can see that. This is in excellent condition, nothing wrong with it. The case is in mint condition. There's not a tear on the plastic, not a tear on the paper. This is in excellent condition. And then I'll open it up here. I was a little disappointed. There's no instruction manual. The cart is in here. However, the thing about the cart is the stuff on the front is kind of coming off. The cover art on the front is kind of coming off. But the cart is in fantastic condition. As you can see, the pins are in excellent condition. So yeah. One thing I didn't like too much about these Sega Genesis boxes is like pulling these cartridges out. It's like sometimes they'll grip real hard like that, and they can actually kind of break, like make cracks on the edges here. So I would advise you, if you're collecting these, just be careful of how you take the games out of the case. Just make sure you take them out real slow and careful, okay, so you don't break it. Alright, so we're almost done. These next two games are pretty special to me. And this one in particular, I could not believe I found it. I couldn't even believe I found this particular version of it. I was actually at Indie PopCon this past weekend. For those of you who kept up with me on Facebook, saw all my pictures on there. And they had several game booths there. And I've always been a big fan of this game. And that's none other than Dr. Mario. But you'll notice this is a Japanese import version of Dr. Mario for the Famicom. For those who don't know, the Famicom is actually the name of the Japanese version of the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System. And this is actually the Famicom version of the game. You can tell Famicom games were pretty small, compact. I'll hold up a Nintendo game so you can kind of see. I'll show you the comparisons here. So we've got Wheel of Fortune here on your right, and then Dr. Mario on your left, and you can kind of see just how small, if you look, the games are in comparison to how big the Nintendo games, NES games in America were, to how small and compact the Famicom games are in Japan. I kind of prefer this look. It's very small, lightweight, still has the same pins in the middle and the bottom, but I don't think this will work on my console. I can try. I haven't tried it yet. I don't think it will, though, but you never know, it's worth a shot. Actually, I can tell you right now, it's probably not going to work. I don't think the pins, the motherboard is as wide as the ones for the Nintendo, so I don't think it's going to work, but you never know. But yeah, found this at the convention this past weekend, and I said, hey, I got to pick that up. I love Dr. Mario, so I was glad I was able to get that. So, now you're probably wondering still, why did I call this episode Building Blocks? I'm going to tell you why. It's because of this game, this last game I'm going to show you, that as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to get it. And everybody's played this game. Whether you're a hardcore gamer, whether you're really into gaming like myself, or even if you're somebody who doesn't even really play video games that much, I don't care who you are. You have at some point heard of this game, played this game, you've heard the very familiar song from this game. I'm talking about none other than this last game, Tetris. And I cannot believe I found this game in its original case. And look how good of a condition this copy of Tetris is. I mean, look, you got the official Nintendo seal right there and everything. This is in fantastic shape. As soon as I saw this, I had to get that. There's the back of the box there. You guys can see that. And then there's the front of the box there. You guys can see that. And then I just had to get this. And then I opened it, right? And look at this. Check this out. It's even in its Nintendo sleeve. It's original Nintendo sleeve, guys. I just geeked out when I saw that. And what's even cool is it still, I don't know if I could send this in still or not, has a copy of a Nintendo Power subscription that you can do. Like, look at this, it's still in there. And look at what game is on the front of Nintendo Power. It's Zelda 2. And then on the back, it even has like little what shows what the strategy guides look like for The Legend of Zelda. I couldn't believe that. And then here's the cart itself. This cart is in perfect condition. There's no wear and tear. There's no fading. The sticker for the game cover is on it. It's intact. It's completely intact. The pins on the bottom are perfect. They're clean. And there's no dust, no nothing. This is a perfect condition game. And I could not believe that I stumbled across that. And Tetris has been, it was the first game I ever played on the old Game Boy that came out, the big gray Game Boy, the first Game Boy. I remember getting that in New York City when I was a kid and getting Tetris, and I was hooked. And then I remember playing this when first came out on the NES. I know that the other more collector item version of Tetris is the Tengen version of Tetris, that goes for like hundreds of thousands of dollars. But still, this is Nintendo. This is the NES version of Tetris, and I just saw this and I had to pick it up. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this episode of my video game collection. I love kind of going back through time and telling you guys why these games mean so much to me. And I cannot wait to do another episode, and that way you guys can see my collection as it builds, and you guys can actually see all the games I get in my collection. So thank you so much. Take the time to look at this video. Be sure to, if you have any comments, questions about any of the games you see on here, suggestions, anything like that at all, please leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will be able to answer, with the best of my ability, answer all of your questions. Also, be sure to subscribe to our Dragon Blogger YouTube channel. We feature many product reviews, news, unboxing videos. I've done several unboxing videos, stuff like that. And if you think about it, all these games are kind of unboxing videos, little ones. So, but be sure to check it out right here on Dragon Blogger. And thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for another episode of Brian's Video Game Collection right here on our YouTube Dragon Blogger channel. Take it easy, guys.